Channel Tomorrow News is brought to you in part by Sometime Next Week Photo. It will be ready sometime next week. I call you. The Phantom of Broadway. This phantom sings in a nasally voice and has no vibrato. Get your tickets now. And for those wildebeests where regular nail clippers will not suffice, toenail clippers. And now, it's Channel Tomorrow News. Good evening. I'm Sidney Lefroyd, and you're watching Channel Tomorrow News. Here are this week's top stories. A lost William Turner painting has been found after nearly 150 years. The painting is estimated to be worth anywhere from £200,000 to £300,000. The British painter was best known for his blurry vision and/or lack of skills. In prophylactic news, a 200-year-old condom was recently found in mint condition. It was located inside a 200-year-old wallet. Speaking of old wallets, Bill Gates has said that he is planning to donate most of his $200 billion fortune to Africa. The Microsoft founder said it's the least he can do to help a Nigerian prince in need. A pet zebra escaped from a home in Tennessee. Black and white photos of the zebra were posted throughout the town. Thankfully, neighbors were still somehow able to identify the missing zebra without a color photo. It was airlifted safely back to its home. Staying on the topic of animals, a monster Burmese python was captured in Florida. It is one of the largest pythons captured on record. But still, no sign of Mateo. In entertainment news, Justin Baldoni's defamation lawsuit against Blake Lively has been tossed out. The judge ruled that in order for one to be defamed, one would have to be famed in the first place. In news, ABC News has fired anchor Terry Moran for a post he made attacking President Trump and Stephen Miller. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Toobin still works at CNN after exposing himself to colleagues. Research teams have discovered that the Earth has a pulse, much like a human heart. They said it wasn't that difficult to find after locating the Earth's armpit in New Jersey and then heading west. They're having a more difficult time finding the labia, but rest assured, research teams are on the ground clearing through a lot of brush. In intergalactic news, Japan's iSpace has failed to land on the moon for a second time. Unfortunately, it's been one giant leap for man and two very polite steps backward for mankind. Scientists have dated what they believe to be the oldest man-made tool. It is 20,000 years old and made out of whale bones. Based on the carbon dating, they were able to determine that the tool was borrowed from a neighbor and not given back for 20,000 years. It was also for sure not made by a woman. New Zealanders are churning up their butter production as prices for the commodity have skyrocketed. They have also seen a corresponding rise in unplanned barn lovemaking. Non-alcoholic beer is projected to overtake ale as the second largest beer category. However, non-alcoholic wine is still only popular among children and geriatrics. In other liquids, Topo Chico has been recalled from several retailers due to possible contamination. However, many are saying it should have been removed for being sold right next to flavored drinks and looking like cream soda or something similar, only to find you just purchased some flavorless bubbly water to pair with your hamburger for lunch, when you really craved something sugary and delicious. That's what many are saying. And now, it's time for our viewer mail segment. This is the portion of the program where I read letters sent in to the program. First letter comes from Jones. Thank you so much for watching the show. Dear Comma, I am a private consultant and have been contracted by a financial institution in Europe to ascertain your relationship to an individual who died some time ago. He died intestate and left behind an estate worth millions. I wish to notify you again that you are listed as a beneficiary of the total amount. I contacted you because you bear the same last name as the deceased party, and therefore I can present you as the beneficiary to the inheritance. For further information, kindly get back to me on my email. Regards, Jones. Well done. Thank you, Jones, and my condolences to the other Lafroid who perished. Now for our second letter, here's Raquel, has written in. All right. Dear Sydney, Raquel here. I just woke from my nap and thought I would write you. Dimitri is outside washing his Infiniti. It's a luxury car, if you didn't know. I'm so spent after our night out. Dimitri took me to a delicious crab boil. My fingers are still pruned from the spicy liquids. I don't think I have ever seen you get your hands dirty, Sydney. You lack the primitive nature I so desired. You would never let shards of crab shells scratch your precious hands. After our wet dinner, Dimitri took me to the Phantom of Broadway, but we could barely keep our hands off of each other until intermission, so we left and spent the night in Dimitri's Infiniti. It's no wonder he had to wash it this morning. Still not yours, Raquel. And now, it's time for our senior pet adoption of the week. Our senior pet feature this week is Momo. Isn't she gorgeous? Momo is 14 years old and is looking for a quiet and peaceful home to spend her days. All she needs is a soft blanket and a sunny window. If you're interested in Momo, please contact the information on the screen. That wraps up our broadcast for this week. Join us every Sunday evening for news coverage you can trust. I'm Sidney Lafroid. On behalf of everyone here at Channel Tomorrow News, have a pleasant evening and an even better tomorrow.